Hi everyone. In this video, the topics to be discussed is Bitset, date, random. So first with Bitset. So what is this Bitset? In the sense here we are going to study so why we are using this Bitset, okay, and what is that Bitset specifies. Okay. So this Bitset is a class, so which is going to extend the object class, and it is going to provide the implementation of serializable and then clonable interfaces. Bitset is a class which is going to extend the object class, and it is going to provide the implementations of serializable and then clonable interfaces. Here, each component of this bitset contains at least one Boolean value. Okay, so the contents of one bitset may be changed by the other bitset using the logical AND or else logical OR and logical exclusive OR operations. By making use of those operations, we can able to change the bitset value here. Okay, so the bitset constructors or else we are going to represent bitset or else a bitset int number of bits. Okay, as I told you that each component of bitset will be containing at least one Boolean value. Okay, so this bits, what is this bitset in the sense here the no arguments constructor is used to create an empty bitset object. Okay, next bitset int number of bits in the sense here we'll be having an integer argument. So to create an instance of this bitset class. So with an initial size of the integer argument, so which will be representing the number of bits over here. So here we are going to create an empty bitset object. Here we are going to create an bitset class with the initial size which is going to represent the number of bits over here. Okay, we are going to represent the number of bits here. Here it is an empty bit set. So this is the example, which is illustrating the bitset class constructor. Okay, after defining the main method, so here I'm going to define the constructors of that bitset class BS1 and then BS2. Okay, see here. I'm going to pass that means I'm going to set the values for those bitset classes BS1 and BS2. For this BS1, I'm just setting the values as 0, 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so now I'm assigning the values for BS2 where I'm going to set the values like 4, okay, 6, 5, 1, 2, and 3. Here I'm going to give in a not in sequential order. Unevenly I'm going to give the values in that bitset class. If I try to print those two bitset classes in the sense, see if you observe here for bitset class 1, so I have specified the elements in a sequential order. See 0, 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so it has displayed in that order only. If you observe this BS2, I have given the values like 4, 6, okay, 5, 1, 2, 3. Even though I have specified in an not in order for that BS2, so it is still displaying the elements in a sequential order only. Okay, so this is how we are going to print that bitset values in a program. Next, coming with the date. So here, so this date is also going to represent the class over here. So this is going to represent a specific instant in time with even the milliseconds precision also. Here, this date class of belonging to the package called java.util, so which is going to implement the interfaces like same serializable, clonable, and then comparable interfaces. So it is also providing the constructors and methods to deal with this date and time with Java. Okay, so generally, so these are nothing but the constructors which we are going to use in the date. Okay, so date is going to create the date object representing the current date and time. Whereas this date long milliseconds is, it is going to create a date object for the particular milliseconds. Okay, and next date in year in the sense it is going to display the date in the format of year, month, and then date. And if you are going to use the constructor like this, in the sense, it is going to represent the date in the form of year, month, followed by date, and it is also going to represent the time with hours and minutes. Next, in this constructor, it is going to define like, so year, month, date, hours, minutes, and including the seconds also. Okay, and here it is going to display in the string format. So these are the various types of constructors we are using for the date. So this is a simple program which is going to demonstrate the date constructor. Okay, see, here I'm going to define the main method, and after that I'm going to specify the date. Okay, so if I'm trying to print the current date, in the sense, so it is going to display, so the date, like, so the day, okay, and then month, okay, and date, and then the time with the hours, minutes, and then seconds, and then year also. So this is how it is going to print the date by making use of this date constructor. And coming with the important methods that are dealing with this date class, in the sense, Boolean after date. This is going to test if the current date is after the given date or not. Okay, here this will be the date which we are going to specify, and this will be the current date. Here, Boolean before date. That means it is going to test if the current date is before the given date or not. Okay, so here we are going to specify one date, and whatever the date we are having the current date, so we are going to just check whether it is before or else whether it is after. Okay, next, int compare to date. So this is going to compare the current date with the given date. Okay, it will be returning the 0 if the argument date is equal to the date, and if it is less than 0 or else before the argument or else value, that means if it is not equal to this date, in the sense, then it is going to represent the returning the value called 1. Next, long get time. It is going to return the number of milliseconds also for that particular date with the time. Okay, next, void set time long time. That means it is going to change the current date and the time to the given time. Here we are going to specify the time over here. So for that specified time, it is going to change the current date. So these are the examples of this methods of date class. Okay, here I'm going to specify I'm going to create the date with year and then month and then date. Okay, now I'm going to display the new date. Okay, again I'm going to specify a new date, that means with the specification first year and then same here, and then I'm going to represent the Boolean. Okay, and here I'm going to check date D3, so comes after date. Okay, and here date comes before. So, and again, I'm going to represent D1 dot compare to. See, whatever the methods I have specified earlier, I'm just trying to represent in this code. That's it. Okay. So here I'm going to print that one, and here I'm going to print that milliseconds along with the date. Okay. So along with the date, I'm trying to get the time by making use of this statement. Okay. And here I'm setting the before setting and after setting for this time, which has been specified. Okay, so this is the program which is including all the methods that we have discussed in the date class. Next one is calendar. So as we know that, so this calendar class is nothing but an abstract class. So that will be providing the methods for converting a specific time into a set of calendar fields. So which year, which month, the date of a month, day of that month, so hours and then minutes and then seconds. Likewise, we can able to convert of the specific instance of time into a particular field. Okay, so for that we are having the various static methods called calendar dot get instance. Okay, so which will be so returning a calendar instance based on the current time in its default zone. Okay, so and then it is going to specify calendar dot get instance time zone. Okay, so that means it is going to specify the time zone, and here it is a local zone. So here in this method, it is going to specify both the time zone and the local zone. That means here global time and the local time will get displayed. So this is a program which is going to demonstrate the get instance method. Okay, so here Now we are going to represent the calendar get instance. That means it is going to return the current time of that particular calendar. Okay, so if after executing this program, see get time in the sense, so it will be displaying along with the date of that particular calendar. It is also mentioning with the time also. See, so get instance in the sense it is going to return a calendar instance based on the current time in the default time zone with the default local. No, so that is what it is going to mention. It is under the UTC and this is the year, and that means this is the date of that particular day, and this is the time it is going to mention. Next one is random. See, this random is nothing but a type of class which is going to generate an pseudo random numbers. Okay, that means randomly it is going to print that elements in a specified representation. Okay, see, I'll just explain through an example for this random. So you'll get the clarity how this random class is going to get executed. See, I'm going to generate an object for random. Okay, and now I'm intended to generate 5 random numbers which will be ranging from 0 to 200. Okay, so here the counter, that means here the loop will be repeated for only 5 times. Why? Because I just want to generate the 5 random numbers in between the range called 0 to 200. So if I run that program, is going to generate the random number 5 random numbers. So if I try to run this program for the second time, here, whatever the values I got over here, it won't be repeated for the second time. Randomly, it is going to display another 5 numbers. Okay, so every time, whenever we are trying to run this program, each and every time it will be generating the 5 random numbers. It is not going to repeat that numbers. Okay, so randomly it is choosing the numbers within the range of 0 to 200, and it is going to print that 5 random numbers after execution. Okay, so this is with all the concept called Bitset, date, calendar, and then random. And so next with the methods which has been specified under the random is nothing but doubles. So it is going to return an unlimited stream of pseudo random double values. Ints in the sense it is going to represent the integer values, and longs in the sense long values, and then next in the sense next pseudo random number. Next, Boolean in the sense it is going to return the next distributed random Boolean value from the set of random numbers generated sequence. Next byte in the sense it is going to generate the random bytes and it is going to put them in a specified byte array. Next double in the sense it is going to return the next pseudo random double value and between 0.0 to 1.0. Okay, this will also be the random numbers generated sequence. In the same way, here it is a double and here we are representing the float. Okay, so these are the some of the methods that we are going to use under the random class only to generate the random numbers within a specified range. Okay, so it is going to generate a stream of pseudo random numbers. Okay, so the main thing is, so whenever you are trying to execute the same program for n number of times, it will be generating the n number of random numbers only. So the same output won't get repeated for the next time of execution. Okay, so these are all with the methods of the random. Thank you.